Acid Spy is like the Metal Gear Solid VR missions conjoined with Superhot. From the soundtrack and visuals, you can definitely tell that it's a cyberpunk universe. Before I go too much into gameplay, I want to talk about the story first. And that's that there's not really much of a story. It's more of a means to end to keep you going from arena to arena to keep the gameplay going. If you're looking for a compelling narrative, you won't find it here. But what you will find is a very fun and satisfying gameplay based on stealth and combat arenas. With trying to sum it up, it's like a action puzzle arena where you're trying to optimize your path with each death, and each time you get better and better, or you can choose a different path to go on because the enemies are on set places where they walk between area to area, and from there you can exploit that by optimizing your way this way, then jumping back to another. You can have a lot of freedom within one area. And those arenas are well made too, for allowing for a variety of approaches, such as if you want to go like a passive ghost walk or playthrough, you can do that. Or if you want to just go wild and jump around doing parkour off the walls while taking out everybody, you can do that too. So you can play fast or slow, and you can also play lethal or passive. And it's very extremely skill-based, especially the parkour elements they have in between the arenas, where you get like a brief moment of a break from all the killing and stealth action. However, you're not an ultimate warrior. You can die just as easily as the enemies, because they react fast and they can kill you in one hit, as you can do with them, except for you have to shoot out 2 bullets to kill an enemy, but if you land a headshot, it's only 1. So there's a bit of a balance there. However, if you do get caught, you only have like a split second before you can hide or get out of the way of their view, or else they're going to become alert and start shooting at you. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to kill you right on sight, because you can't outrun a laser, since you can't outrun the speed of light. But the AI is pretty smart too. They react to sprung traps, missed shots, dead bodies, or any sounds they hear. So you do have to be aware of your surroundings, as they are too. One thing I do have to say though is that there's no enemy variety at all. There's just one type, and for weapons there's no variety there at all either. All you get is the pistol, knife, and you have the option to sneak up behind somebody and disable them for like a passive run, but other than that, there's nothing. Another thing to know is that with the larger arenas, it can be a bit tedious trying to find the last enemy, but the game does give you an ability to see where enemies are, at least the direction of them and how many they are. And you only get 2 of them per arena, so it's plenty enough. And those times can get a bit stressful, because it's like that one-on-one feeling during like a game of CSGO or Quake, where it's just you versus him. You don't know where he is, he doesn't know where you are, so it's like this tense feeling that you get. The soundtrack also does a good job too of keeping that high octane energy going, with wanting to keep going in the action. And the good thing about this game too, it only takes one button press, the R button, and you get right back into action right away. So you don't have to wait through a loading screen each time you die. You can just get right back into it, which is very nice, because you might die a lot or you might screw up or something. But when the music can get a bit bad is when you're trying to listen to footsteps, which the music kind of drowns out. So I can see if you're trying to go for like a passive stealth playthrough, then you're probably going to want to turn the music down. That way you can hear the footsteps. In terms of visuals, there isn't really much to look at. It just looks like a giant laser tag arena. There are some cool moments here and there, but other than that, there's not much to see. Overall, this game is really simple, but what it does do, it does well, especially with its momentum-based movement and stealth gameplay. It all culminates to make a pretty satisfying game. But you're not going to find much in terms of variety, except for the arenas a bit. Some of them are small, some are big, some have traps, some have enemy teleportation devices for when the alarm goes off, and some of them have cameras too. But within the 4 hours it's probably going to take you to beat the game, you're not going to get burnt out on what the game's formula gives you, so it's not really much of a problem. The game does go on sale to an asking price of $1.19 from its usual $6 price tag, which, if you're interested in the game, that's pretty much a steal. So from what you've seen and from this review, if the game's piqued your curiosity at all, you're not going to lose much of anything at all if you don't happen to like the game. But at the same time, you're going to be supporting an indie developer, so I guess it's a bit of charity work too. So I recommend picking up the game to have a fun 4-hour afternoon or nighttime playthrough of the game. And that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. See ya.